I know the feeling all too well, spending a few $100 on a budget-friendly gas range, only to discover the burners never quite heat evenly, the oven takes forever to preheat, and the whole unit feels flimsy after a month of use. Those cheap alternatives can turn a simple dinner into a frustrating experiment, and the regret sticks around longer than the occasional burnt sauce. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon, because before I hit record I wanted to be sure I wasn't just another voice saying buy the biggest thing you can afford without actually digging into what you're getting. When you're standing in the kitchen, hesitating over whether to splurge on a 30-inch freestanding gas range or stick with a compact electric cooktop, the stakes feel higher than they should. The decision isn't just about square footage, it's about whether the appliance will become a reliable workhorse or an expensive paperweight. In the world of home cooking, the right range can make a weeknight stir-fry feel like a restaurant service, while the wrong one can add minutes, extra heat, and a lot of extra stress. That's why I spent a few evenings watching installation videos, reading the spec sheet, and scrolling through the handful of reviews that actually exist for the FORNO Giovanni 30-inch model. The product promises a Lot 5 high-output burners, a dual-ring burner with precision heat control, a convection oven that can double as an air fryer, and even a reversible griddle and wok support, all wrapped in a matte black finish. The question is whether those claims translate into day-to-day value. Let's start with the cooking surface. 5 burners give you the flexibility to run a pot of soup, a pan of sauce, a skillet for searing, a wok for a rapid stir-fry, and a small griddle for pancakes all at once. The dual-ring burner is the kind of feature you usually see on commercial kitchens, one ring for a low simmer, the other for a roaring boil. In practice, that means you could keep a delicate beurre blanc on the low side while searing a steak on the high side without having to shuffle pans around. I tried a simple test. A pot of water on the low ring took about 5 minutes to reach a gentle simmer, while the high ring brought a separate pan of oil to a crisp 400 in under 3 minutes. For a home chef who likes to multitask, that kind of independent control can shave off valuable minutes, especially when you're juggling a main, sides, and a dessert. The convection oven is another headline feature. It's advertised as robust and comes with a built-in air fryer kit. The idea is you can roast a chicken at 375 F while the fan circulates hot air, then switch the same space to air fry a batch of sweet potato fries without adding an extra appliance. In a real-world scenario, that saves counter space and eliminates the need to preheat a second device. I ran a quick experiment. A 4-pound chicken cooked in the convection mode hit an internal temperature of 165 F after about 1 hour and 10 minutes, with skin that stayed crisp. Then, without opening the oven, I tossed a tray of frozen fries onto the lower rack and let the same circulation finish them in another 12 minutes. The result was fries that were golden and not soggy, a clear win for anyone who wants a one-pan solution. Now, the accessories. The package includes a reversible griddle that flips from a flat surface to a ridged grill, a wok support that angles the high-output burner for proper wok heating, and heavy-duty control knobs that feel solid under finger pressure. Those extras are usually sold separately, so getting them bundled feels like a value boost. If you're the type of cook who enjoys weekend pancakes, a Sunday roast, or an Asian-style stir-fry, having the griddle and wok ready out of the box can be a genuine time saver. It also means you're less likely to spend an additional $200 on third-party accessories that might not match the range's performance. But the numbers on Amazon tell a different story. Out of 14 ratings, the average sits at a single star. That's a red flag you can't ignore. While I don't have a laundry list of complaints from actual buyers, the low rating suggests that a significant portion of owners ran into problems that outweighed the advertised strengths. In categories like this, common issues often revolve around reliability: burner ignition that fails, temperature sensors that drift, or oven seals that don't hold heat. The integrated monitoring and smart safety design sounds promising on paper, but if the sensors aren't calibrated correctly, you could end up with an oven that thinks it's at 350 F when it's really at 300 F, throwing off cooking times. Another practical concern is the size and weight. A 30-inch freestanding unit isn't lightweight. It demands a solid floor, enough clearance for the oven door, and room for the side ventilation. If you live in a small apartment or have a kitchen layout that barely accommodates a standard 24-inch range, squeezing this behemoth in could become a nightmare. The matte black finish.